Welcome to Galena Sports Live. My name's Cooper Grand. Alongside me, my partner in color band, Cole Grand, as we get set for homecoming week here in Galena as your Bulldogs will take on the Baxter Springs Lions. Wanted to let you guys know Galena Sports Live is presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital and Orthopedics in Galena, an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs right here in Southeast Kansas with all private rooms and spa-like surroundings. Learn more at mercy.net or call 620-783-1732. So you can see some of the homecoming activities going on the field. I apologize. We still don't have a crowd, Mike. But we'll continue the pregame show here, and you guys will be able to see some of the activity going on here on the field. Homecoming king and queen will be crowned at halftime of the game. So tonight, the Baxter Springs Lions, 3-1 on the season, started the season with 3 wins, and then a big loss last week to Parsons. They dropped that one 58-0, but all their other games, they'd won by 2 possessions or more. They played an Afton team who beat Columbus 27-12, which last week we saw Galena against Columbus, and Galena had some opportunities but could not capitalize. The Bulldogs fell to 0-4 last week. They'll try and improve to 1-4 this week with a win over the Lions and get the first win in the Jacoby Martin era here at Galena. So we'll step away for 3 minutes, and we'll return after this with more to come on the Diversified Materials pregame show here on Galena Sports Live. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Hello, 4 States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the 4 States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your phone started today at J. Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer? The Drug Facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the Drug Facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drugfacts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants
wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
So welcome back to the Diversified Materials pregame show here on Galena Sports Live. As we continue the pregame show, we'll dig a little deeper into both teams' matchup last week and then some things this week. So a little bit of history. Last year, the Bulldogs took on the Lions. Both teams were, I guess Galena was 2-1. Baxter was 3-0, and Galena ended that 3-0 start of the season to Baxter. And this season, Galena looks to get their first win over Baxter Springs. The Lions don't really know a whole lot about them. I know they got a couple key seniors returning in Javen Alexander, and they got Peyton Gaines returning. So those are two of their big players to look out for tonight. But for Galena, major improvement last week on the offensive side. They had 18 first downs, which shatters all their first three games by a mile, and then only 4 penalties, so that's really good. We'd seen a lot of holding penalties, but also last week 2 of those 4 penalties turned out to be huge penalties, and they were inside the red zone twice, and those penalties ended up backing the Bulldogs up, and Bulldogs were in the red zone and first and goal opportunities very often last week, but the Titan defense was stiff and didn't allow much at all. So last week we saw Zane Turner come back after missing week 3, and it was a big improvement last week getting Zane Turner back, as he was doing it all in the passing game, had 47 yards passing. Oh, we're going to do the national anthem real quick, so set this down and pick it back up. So welcome back. We'll continue the pregame show here, talking a little bit more. We talked about the offense before we stepped away for the national anthem, but the defense held a good Columbus team. They're not the team they were last year, but you could see in the quarterback's arm that he could really throw the ball, and the secondary really stepped up, and then some good run defense. They held them to 12 points, which usually when you hold a team to 12 points, you're going to win a lot of games, but Galena had the chances, and they were in the red zone a lot, just couldn't capitalize on it. So really it's finishing those drives tonight is something we're looking for here. So we'll continue the Diversified Materials pregame show here in 3 minutes when we return on Galena Sports Live.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? Look no further than 4 States Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy in Galena, locally owned and rooted in our community. 4 States Pharmacy is the place to go for those needed vaccinations. Plus, check out their large selection of everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. Take advantage of their convenient drive-through or local delivery with 4 States Smart Car. For seniors, 4 States Pharmacy offers free Medicare Part D consultations. 4 State Pharmacy, where your health and community come together in Galena. Check us out online at 4statespharmacy.com.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
That's what we bring. Welcome back to the Diversified Materials pregame show, as we're just under 7 minutes away from kickoff. And tonight, some key players to look out for your Bulldogs. Devin Heddy last week had a big safety and put the Bulldogs in a good position to get a come-from-behind win in the second half as they led going into the locker room 6-0. But he had a safety and 6 tackles also against Girard. I don't think I mentioned it on air last week. He had 19 tackles versus Girard. That's got to be some kind of record. Not something you see every night. And then Zane Turner coming back last week was huge. His speed made a big difference in the game. 91 rushing yards and a TD on the ground. And then had 4 receptions, 28 yards, and also was 3 of 7 for 47 yards last week. So you can kind of see in the stats that he was doing it on all three different ways: receiving, rushing, and passing. And Caleb Burkhart, he had an amazing game last week. Really had been looking for that game out of him. You knew it was coming. He'd been getting a lot of carries last week. 18 attempts for 75 yards. Also had a reception for 15 yards, and then plays in that linebacker role with Devin Heddy and Zane Turner. He had 4 tackles last week, so he's going to be an impact player again tonight that you can count on. And last week, Casey Hopkins came back, and you saw a big improvement in the rushing game. I mean, Casey Hopkins last year, he was a great blocker. They put him in the backfield, and he's a lead blocker for those running backs to just follow. And they had a lot of success on the ground last week, kind of like we were used to seeing last year. It kind of felt like that last week. They just couldn't punch it into the end zone. And, what do we got here? So for Baxter Springs, I already talked about Javen Alexander and Peyton Gaines, 2 guys to watch for. But Baxter Springs has been somewhat battle-tested. Not sure how good this Afton team is, but they trailed 12-0 after the first quarter, and Baxter Springs scored 27 unanswered to come from behind and win the game. So we'll step away for our third and final commercial break. When we return, we'll have keys to the game and starting lineup. Right after this, we'll be back in 3 minutes on Galena Sports Live.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Dad, you need to go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now? Oh, man.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
So welcome back to the Diversified Materials pregame show. As we continue here, just under 2 minutes away from kickoff, Cole's got some area matchups for you guys.
Yes, I do. Here, Cooper, we have Girard is, my bad, 2-2 Prairie View is traveling to Girard. It should be a good game. Both teams going in 2-2. Girard's coming off a loss at front, so that should be a good game to watch. We have Frontenac, 3-1 Frontenac traveling to Columbus. Both Columbus is 1-3. They just came off their first win against us, unfortunately, Galena Bulldogs. And then we have 2-2 Riverton playing 4-0 Parsons at home. So that should also be a pretty good game. Parsons hasn't had a loss yet, but Riverton looked pretty good this year. So
yeah, Parsons started their year strong last year too, and Galena ended up handing them their first loss last year. If you remember it, it was a come from behind win. And we'll take on Parsons again this year, but we're our focus on this game, getting in the win column tonight and getting the first win in the Jacoby Martin era. So I'm going to get to some starting lineups, starting off with the Baxter Springs Lions. Senior, number 1, Carson Mazzocco. Junior, number 4, Jacob Grant. Senior, number 7, Javen Alexander. Senior, number 13, Peyton Gaines. Sophomore, number 22, Sam Weaver. Senior, number 24, Nolan Duncan. Senior, number 51, Gage Maggard. Junior, number 52, Ethan Durbin. Senior, number 54, Caleb Pujols. Freshman, number 61, Brooks Walker. And junior, number 70, Kyler Charlo. So quite a bit of juniors and seniors on that starting lineup. And for your Bulldogs, senior, number 2, Zane Turner. Junior, number 3, Jack Perry. Junior, number 4, Thatcher Botkin. Sophomore, number 13, Michael Endicott. Junior, number 14, Brody McNevon. Junior, number 15, Coda Daniels. Junior, number 24, Caleb Burkhart. Senior, number 50, Devin Hetty. Freshman, number 55, Connor Buckaloo. Senior, number 61, Casey Hopkins. Sophomore, number 62, Braden Buckaloo. And freshman, number 67, Elijah Hively. And not sure who won the coin toss yet or if they've done it. Been looking at the lineup here. So on that note, I'm going to get to some keys to the game for your Bulldogs tonight. Key to the game is use the clock to your advantage. We saw it last week. They really were effective running the ball, with Turner having 25 rushing attempts and Burkhart having 17. And if you can be effective running the ball and manage the clock, then that's key. And put yourself in good situations for third downs. Third down and short, they also did a really good job with that last week, and I look for it to continue. And then to play hard the full 48 minutes, we saw them take a lead into the locker room last week, 6-0, and then Columbus only got the ball like 3 times in the second half. 2 of those times they scored. The third time it was a safety that gave Galena an opportunity, but really playing hard the full 48 minutes. I think Cole hit on it in the post game last week that fatigue started to become an issue with a lot of these players playing both sides of the ball. It looks like Galena's going to get Keontae Paul back tonight, so that'll help out on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. But staying fresh it's a big factor here. Is these 3A schools don't have the amount of players the 6A schools do, where they can just have a separate offense and a separate defense, 12 new people. So that's something I'll be looking for, is just playing hard the full 48 minutes. And see the coin toss going on. Your Bulldogs honorary captains, Devin Hetty, Casey Hopkins, Jack Perry, and Zane Turner out there for your Bulldogs. Cole, you got anything you'd like to add in before kickoff?
Yeah, Cooper, just one thing I think I'd like to add that I didn't really hit on was I think we should just keep down on the fouls. There's a lot of times when we would be real close to scoring, and we would just have an offensive hold or something like that on the line, or really just any little small mistake or small little foul that Galena was making to prohibit them from scoring, because they were not having any troubles getting down the field last game.
Right.
Like you were saying, they got down the field, just when they got to their side of the field, it just kind of became a struggle. And I think it was due to just fouls and this other unforeseen factors. So
I agree, and the penalties weren't as big as the previous weeks, but they were costly penalties, and those are drive killers. So the holdings or the false starts or the bad snaps, there was 2 of those that were big last week. Just limiting the mental mistakes there is a big factor. So Galena won the toss and they deferred, so they'll get second half kickoff, or at least I believe they deferred. So I think Baxter Springs will get the ball first in this one. They'll bring their offense on first, and the Bulldogs will kick it away.
yeah, also Cooper, just another thing to hit on. It's just the end of that game was it was an unfortunate situation, because Galena kind of was in a position where you didn't think they were going to win. They just got stopped in drive, and then Jack Perry had an amazing punt on almost the 1 yard line, and then Galena threw a bad Columbus snap, caused a safety, and I really thought that Galena was in the best spot possible for that game. I thought they were going to come back and win, and they just, for some reason, just didn't do the bad snaps and a few just different penalties and fouls. We didn't get that game, so I just hope that they got their heads together and they come out to this game level-headed and ready to show up for those clutch situations.
Yeah, and that's the good part about it, is that last week's out of their mind. It was tough also to come out hungry tonight, and it's a beautiful night for some football. Week 5 of Monday Night Lights, can't believe it's already been a month, but week 5 is underway. More of a squib kick. It's going to be fielded at the 30-yard line.
Fielded by number 1,
picked up and brought down
Mizuko
after about a 7-yard return by Mizuko. So that's where the Lions will set up shop. Pretty good field position for the Lions to start their drive. It'll start at the 37-yard line. So the Bulldogs starting to get healthy. They still have Hayden Pauls, who hasn't played this year. I'm not sure what the injury is, but you saw him featured last year. It'd be nice if they could get him back at some point, but Deontay Paul and Zane Turner are back healthy, and somebody's going to be dropped for a loss. That was Boda Daniels on the tackle, and it'll go for a loss of about 4 on the play.
Great read by Boda Daniels, who knew exactly what they were running as soon as he saw that wide receiver on the flat route. It's something that Galena actually runs quite a bit this season, So
Baxter Springs lines up with 2 to the near side, gains the quarterback, Handoff, no keeper. Tries to get the edge. He'll slip by and be hit hard by Zane Turner. Wrapped up and brought down. Endicott in on the play. And it'll be a third down. He'll pick up about 9 on the play. So, looks like third down and 5. 5 for 3. Looks like we'll see a lot of those keepers by Gaines. She looked pretty confident running the ball. Alexander lined up in the backfield. Gaines drops, looking, surveying. Scrambles out of the pocket, trying to get the edge. Still on his feet. He's going to be tackled short. So it's going to be a fourth down. As Gaines scrambled, gain 3 on the play. So bring up a fourth down and 2.
One thing Galena did struggle with against Gopal was containing the QB. They're getting their defensive linemen and linebackers through the line, but every time they get there, the quarterback will just run for, 5 to 10 to 20 yards sometimes, and it really just set them back. So finding a way to contain this QB is going to be a hard part of this game.
Turn, handoff is Alexander. Runs up the middle. He's going to be tackled. It's going to be close. He's going to be stopped short. The turnover on down. As the Bulldogs force a turnover on down. First set of downs from the Lions. The Bulldogs set up shop in Baxter Springs territory at the Lion 49-yard line. So that's a way to start the game. Four snaps, turnover on down and get the ball, plus field position. Burkhart in the backfield, turn, handoff, Zane Turner, up the middle, cuts back, makes a man miss, off the left side, down the left sideline, 20 and out of bounds. That'll go for a 20-yard gain by Zane Turner. As he showcased some nice speed and agility on that run. He ran for 20 yards, nice cutback, and gets the Bulldogs close to the red zone. So that's what we saw a lot last week was the Bulldogs rushing attack between the 2 men in the backfield, Caleb Burkhart and Zane Turner. Handoff to Burkhart this time up the middle, dives forward. He'll be brought down by Peyton Gaines on the play, and a good pickup on first down. Looks like a pickup of 6. Called second down and 4. So inside the red zone now is the Bulldogs as they're at the Lion 15-yard line. Botkin lined up to the far side. Perry under center. Turn, handoff, Turner. He's going to be run away and dropped for a loss on the play. The Lions weren't fooled on that one. Lions. That was 3 consecutive runs by the Bulldogs. That was the first one that wasn't a chunk of yards. So it'll be a third down and 8 is what it looks like. So, it's 4-down territory. Wouldn't be surprised if we see something that gets thrown out quick to Zane Turner here. Zane Turner, he's going to be hit right away, and it'll be a loss.
Zane Turner with the reception.
The Lions are all over that one.
7. Jaden Alexander, loss of yardage.
So that one will be a loss of about 5. So a 4th down and 14 is what it'll be.
Yeah, Zane Turner didn't really have anybody blocking for him. He was just kind of a wide open target there.
And you could tell the Lions watch their film because they know what Galena likes to do, and that's get their skill position players. Turner rolls out left. He's going to be chased. Throws it late. Not by Burkhart, but he's going to be well short.
Alabama.
So that'll be a turnover on downs by Galena. Yeah. So both teams with a turnover on downs of their own. And Baxter Springs will get the ball back They ended up marking that pass incomplete, so that'll affect where the spot is for the Lions. So they'll end up starting their drive at their own 24-yard line. So a long field to go, and the Bulldog defense back on the field. Alexander motions. Quick throw out to Alexander. Too far. The ball incomplete.
Bring up second down.
So second down. Alexander's got some size. He's one of their main players last year, and he returns looking for a big senior year. Be one of the Bulldogs' top challenges tonight is how to slow down number 7 in white. 7:35 first quarter here in Galena. Their homecoming game. Javen Alexander, the handoff, gets hit and brought down by Coda Daniels. Tackles him 4 yards short, so it'll be a 3rd down and 4.
I'm not having these trips if I didn't have water. Yeah.
Gaines under center. Alexander lined up directly behind him. Turn, handoff to Alexander around the outside. Gets the edge. He'll have the 1st down. He lowers his shoulder and gets hit out of bounds up near the 40-yard line to move the chains for the Baxter Springs Lions.
Shout out to Redland and Mercy Proud sponsors. Supporters of the Bulldogs. Also, let's have a hand for the class of 1963 here this evening.
So the Lions convert on 3rd down. Gaines in the backfield. He's going to take the snap, turn, hand off to Alexander, goes around the right side. Line comes in. Gets tackled near the 1st down marker.
We'll wait for the black.
I believe that was Casey Hopkins in on the tackle. Lions are walking backwards, so looks like it's going to be coming back.
Like a holding penalty against the Lions.
Be hold on Baxter Springs. So back them up 10 yards. Replay 1st down. The Lions have scored quite a bit of points. Offense hasn't been their problem. But last week, they got shut out by Parsons. So Parsons a 4-0 team, one team making noise here in Southeast Kansas. Gaines takes a snap. He'll pitch it out to Alexander. Now he'll throw it late, up in the air, picked up his pocket at the 35-yard line on the return. Up near midfield, past the 50, and runs out of bounds inside Baxter Springs territory. Like the flea flicker play by the Lions does not work, turns into an interception. And the Bulldogs pick up some momentum here in the 1st quarter. So an early display of defense in the first 6 minutes of this contest. And the Bulldogs set up with good field position again for the 2nd straight drive. They'll start inside Baxter Springs territory. It's a bit of a high snap. Luckily, Turner was able to bring it in, just fell to the ground. Be a loss of 3. Neymar and Daniels will be lined up to the near side. Zane Turner in the slot. Now Turner will motion over to the left. Quick throw to Zane Turner. And it's going to be caught. Low throw, but Turner's able to get his hands under it and bring it in.
Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Pick up a 4 on the play. He'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Make it 3rd and long.
Galena's kind of having trouble finding their footing on offense. They had that first drive with Zane Turner, and you gotta just show how shifty he was with that run. And then Brody McNeil made some yards, but other than that, they're not really finding much.
Right. Yeah, they're looking to convert on their first third down of the game here. High snap again. Perry able to bring it in. Now he'll throw. And a fight over the ball. It might be intercepted. I'm not sure.
I think the ref called it dead initially.
He landed out of bounds, so it'll be incomplete. So 3rd down and 9. It's an interesting play because Turner and Alexander got to the ball at the same time. We're kind of fighting over it, but Alexander landed out of bounds, so it'll just end up being incomplete, which isn't a bad situation because Turner still would have been short. Now Galena's going to be forced to punt it away. Punt. It's going to bounce, and it'll take a Baxter Springs bounce down near the 18-yard line. 20-yard line is where the Baxter Springs
19-yard line.
Offense will set up for the 3rd time. So both teams back and forth. Good defensive display to this point. 4:12 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, quick. Oh,
Gaines under center. Hand off to Alexander. Trying to cut it to the outside. Truck forward for some tough yardage. And it'll gain about
for the Lions
3 on the play. Good job by that Bulldog one front swarming them. Casey Hopkins, the one bringing them down. Hand off to Alexander off the right side. That's Burkhardt.
quickly, right?
They hit him easily. Cleans it up. And minimal gain on that play. Pick up 1 on the play. We'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
Alexander so far from this Baxter Springs offense seems to be their workhorse. They keep just handing off to him and hoping to get yards. So Galena's now kind of realizing that, getting good reads and stopping him at the line, not letting him get many yards.
Yeah, he's big boy, good build for a running back, and has some speed to go with it. So he's going to be tough to contain all night. So far, Galena's done a good job bringing him down. Hand off to Alexander again. He plunges forward, and it's going to be close to the first down marker. I think it's going to be marked short.
Down by number 50.
And a 4th down and 1. Devin Honey with the stop on the play.
With one Lion.
Looks like the Lions are going to line up to go for it. We're going to have a timeout called by Baxter Springs.
Timeout on the field.
Their first of the first half. So 30-second timeout on the field. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
So welcome back, Bulldog fans.
Please do so.
4th down and 1. What the Baxter Springs offense faces. The Bulldogs look to get a stop here. They've ran the ball every time this drive. We'll see if they stick with it here. Gaines under center. Alexander lined up behind him. Keeper by Gaines trying to get the outside. Botkin comes over, can't make tackle. He'll be chopped down, and it's going to be close. I think he's going to be short. No official signal yet. Oh, they're going to give it to him. So it'll be a first down for the Lions. That one was close. Could have went either way, but it'll be a first down Lions. Didn't see who came in and made that tackle, but it was a nice tackle. Well, that was a hard hit Gaines took. So Gaines under center, takes snap, turn, hand off to Weaver. Weaver with a short gain on the play.
Buckaloo with the stop.
Buckaloo brings him down. Greg Buckaloo, I should say.
Too much pressure on that.
So the Galena run defense has been strong so far, but over time, all those runs start to wear. Want to get off the field here, put some points on the board. Weaver will stay in the backfield, lined up behind Gaines. Alexander to the near side in the slot. Quick throw to the outside. That's Daniels trying to bring him down. Can't do it. And that's Zane Turner diving in and making the tackle. That was Jacob Grant on the reception. Turner chops him down at the 35-yard line. So it'll be a third down and 3 from the Lion 35-yard line here. This will be a good time. Get in the backfield and get a tackle for loss. Gaines under center. Takes snap, hand off to Weaver, hit the backfield and drop. That's Burkhart and Hopkins in the backfield making the tackle there. And that'll go for a loss on the play. So that's probably going to end the first quarter. It's time lines down, and it'll be a 4th down and 6 or 5 if Baxter Springs decides to go for it. Doesn't look like they're going to do so. And it's probably going to let the clock wind down. At the end of 1 here in Galena, the first score's tied at 0s as the Baxter Springs Lions face a 4th down and 5 when we return in 1 minute here on the Galena Sports Live. You're watching Bulldog football.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? Look no further than 4 States Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy in Galena, locally owned and rooted in our community. 4 States Pharmacy is the place to go for those needed vaccinations. Plus, check out their large selection of everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. Take advantage of their convenient drive-thru or local delivery with 4 States Smart Car. For seniors, 4 States Pharmacy offers free Medicare Part D consultations. 4 State Pharmacy, where your health and community come together in Galena. Check us out online at 4statespharmacy.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right. The first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKIN.
Sorry, had to cut that one a bit short.
Grant looks for punt.
As play set to return.
Number 4.
Baxter Springs is going to go ahead and punt the ball away. Ooh, back to the Bulldogs. High kick. It's going to be fair caught. Botkin won't touch it. It'll be a Galena bounce back near the 50-yard line. And the Bulldogs get good field position once again.
Playing for that regard for us.
So Galena offense back on the field. First 2 drives haven't been able to get much. That first drive they had a turnover on downs in the red zone. Now they'll look to get things started. Hand off to Turner. Cuts back. The flag's going to come in.
Penalty marker thrown.
We're going to be coming back, it looks like. Be a hold on the Bulldogs.
Somebody gets the run off.
Yeah, these holding calls definitely are something that Galena needs to lessen in order to.
Yeah, they're drive killers for sure. But we'll see if Galena gets more active in the pass game. We know they've had some issues with throwing the ball with interceptions, ball security. This time, Jack Perry will be sent to the near side. Ball is on the ground, and
ball is bobbled.
Turner will jump on top of it, so it'll go for another loss.
Right at the 35.
Be a loss of 3 on the play.
I think I don't know if this is just a thought I just had, but the 2 times that Zane Turner's got under the ball, it's been kind of high snaps, and I think it's because the center's used to throwing up high to Jack Perry, because Jack Perry is, quite a bit taller than Zane Turner. So I don't know if that's exactly what's happening, but every time Jack Perry went out and lined out outside of the quarterback spot, it's been a high snap for Zane Turner.
Yeah, well, it's certainly something to keep your eye on. I'm not sure what just happened, but it's still first down. So another flag, and that's Burkhart running hard as he's going to be swarmed by the Lion defense. That's Weaver coming in and making the tackle. We're going to have another penalty. It looks to be another hold.
Yeah, okay.
Illegal chop block.
Chop block against the Bulldogs.
So it'll be first down and 30.
Galena's got a lot of yards to make up here. This is their 3rd first down.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen a chop block this year.
Mm-mm.
It's long field to go. So that's a 15-yarder, so it'll be first and 35.
You would think Galena definitely throws it here, but we've also seen Zane Turner run it for 80 yards, so it could go either direction with this play.
Burkhart lined up in the backfield. And around the Zane Turner as he gets the steam, still on his feet, and he'll be brought down as that is Briar Simpson on the tackle.
Ball spotted right at the 35.
So good pickup on first down, but a penalty comes in at the end. And must have been some talking going on.
Unsportsmanlike.
So an unsportsmanlike conduct on Galena. We'll back him up again.
That's just definitely something you don't need to.
No.
That doesn't need to happen. Going for 4 penalties now. This one doesn't restart at first down. It's just from the spot of the foul. And that's just unnecessary as a football player. And whoever was taught, you just have to have a level head when you're playing football. It's all about composure.
So
big thing.
Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them, and we'll return in 30 seconds. Bulldogs take their first timeout of the half. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
So welcome back here as the Bulldogs will face a second down and about 35. Well, it might be more than that. So the Bulldogs call their first timeout of the half. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Neither team able to get anything going offensively. Perry rolls out. Now throw back to the left.
Goes back to Turner.
Turner tries to make something happen, and he'll be spun down.
Stopped by number 22. Weaver.
By Sam Weaver's the man that brought him down on that play. So, looks like a third down and 37. So that play didn't go for much, and third down and very long. End around to Zane Turner. Cut back, trying to make something happen. And he'll be brought down near the 27-yard line. So that'll bring on the punt crew for your Bulldogs. Jack Perry to kick it away for Galena, and for Baxter Springs, that's Jacob Grant to return. Nice punt, spiraling. He's going to be caught by Grant. Brings it into Galena territory, and out of bounds deep into Galena territory. And the best starting field position for the Lions. There's a flag on the far sideline over near the 25-yard line.
Penalty marker on the play.
So we'll wait and see what that is, but that could back Baxter Springs up a little bit.
Gets the Bulldogs, and it will be declined. They'll take the play.
Against Galena.
How many penalties is that already?
I don't have a count right now, but penalties weren't a problem last week, but there's certainly a storyline right now. There's going to be a flag that comes in.
How does the guy that's on the field throw a flag for a sideline warning?
Sideline warning against the Bulldogs.
Sideline warning on Galena.
Mark out. That's not the mark out property there.
Okay, it's just a warning, so there's the ball doesn't move at all. So first down and 10 for the Lions from the Bulldog 37-yard line. Quick throw by Gaines out to Alexander.
Real good to number 7, Alexander.
Brings him down.
Ripped up by Baxter Button and number 24 for the Bulldogs, Burkhart.
So a pickup of 7 on the play. Makes it a second down and 3.
And there get that nice run now.
Gaines takes the snap, hand off to Weaver.
Time goes to Sam Weaver.
Lowers the shoulder. And
a hold there by number 21.
Looks like Deontay Paul, Devin Hetty. We're all in on that tackle.
That's one thing that some Galena players need to do when tackling. They need to start attacking the runner, not letting the runner come at them. When they do that, the runner almost always
chains with that run by Weaver. And have the ball at the Bulldog 22-yard line. Gaines takes the snap. I'll pitch it outside to Alexander. Stiff on him. In the middle of the field, back near the line of scrimmage.
Also number 15 on the stop, Coder down.
Daniels with the tackle. Looks like it's going to come back to holding on Baxter Springs. So to back him up 10 yards. So I think it's they haven't set the ball. Oh, they got the ball set down. I think they called it from the spot of the foul. So it was a couple of yards in front of the original line of scrimmage. So the ball will be at the 31-yard line now. It'll be
Gaines from the shotgun.
Gaines takes the snap, handoff to Alexander up the middle.
Straight ahead.
Dives through and picks up 8 or 9 on the play.
Daniels.
Second down and 12.
High scoring affair. Along Elmer, we had a two of the David Wolf down. Is that right? And the Golden City. That's a lot of halftime score.
Snap, Gaines up the middle, takes off. Has a lot of green grass as a somersault forward and pick up the first down.
That's by 15 for the Bulldogs. Yeah.
So the ball will be inside the 10. It'll be goal-to-go situation from the Bulldog 9-yard line.
9, 8, maybe. 9 and 11.
So Lions threatening for the first time.
For the Lions.
Gaines in the shotgun. Handoff to Alexander. Trying to get the edge. He's going to be chased down by Hopkins. Hopkins got him out of bounds. Zane Turner and Deontay Paul also in there to assist.
My eyes wouldn't go down to 6 more long.
So that was a loss on the play of 2 yards. And it'll be second goal down the Bulldog 11. And we're going to have a timeout
on the field. Baxter Springs.
Baxter Springs calls their second timeout of the half. So we'll step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
All right. So the Lions have 1 timeout remaining. Bulldogs with 1 timeout for 2 timeouts. Correction. This Bulldogs look to get a stop here deep in their own territory. That was Coda Daniels. So a 3rd down and long, probably 4 down territory for these Lions. You really never know when a team has a field goal kicker or not. Some teams you'll see kick the PAT. I'm not sure the situation with Baxter.
Then roll to the right.
Gaines rolls to the right, a lot of daylight ahead, and he'll dive in, and it'll be a touchdown. So Gaines with a 12-yard scramble gets in the end zone and puts the Lions ahead 6-0 at the moment. So 5:28 remaining. Lions strike first, and looks like they're going to kick the PAT attempt. Jacob Grant for kick it, and that one's up and good.
First PAT we've seen scored all year.
Yeah, Grant's got a pretty good leg on him. So 7-0 the score here in Galena on homecoming. The Bulldogs trail it. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Bulldogs to receive. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live. So welcome back. 5:23 remains in the first half as the Lions score on a 12-yard quarterback keeper by Peyton Gaines. Now we'll kick it away back to the Bulldogs. Grant kicks a squib kick as it bounces on the ground deep into the Bulldog territory. Picked up by Zane Turner and tries to make a return out near the 25-yard line.
They'll spot it near the 25.
And it looks like we're going to have an injury on the field. So we'll step away as they check that out, and we'll return when things are cleared up.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
So welcome back. Things cleared up quickly on the field. Zane Turner was down on that play, but able to come off the field under his own power, so a good sign there. Bulldogs start this drive from their own 25-yard line. Got 5 minutes and some change. Try and go score. Caleb Burkhart lined up behind Perry. Perry will throw this one.
Incomplete. Intended for.
It was intended for Botkin, but could have been picked off. Bulldogs catch a break there. Zane Turner will come back in the game. So the offense has been where most of the struggles are this season. Haven't had much luck outside of the first offensive play of the game. Burkhart takes this one, a tough run up the middle.
Nice hard run.
And picks up about 7.
51.
Burkhart, great job pulling on the ball. He had a Baxter Springs player. He had his hands on it trying to yank it out, and Burkhart did not let that ball go. It's a sign of a good running back.
Yeah, now it puts the Bulldogs in a good situation for third down. Third down and short. Something they put themselves in a lot of times last week and were very successful. Neymar to the near side and Botkin to the far side. Turner motions around Keeper by Perry throwing. And it's going to be dropped. Had Daniels wide open, but Daniels couldn't bring it in. It would have been a first down. And now, got to make the decision if you're going to punt it or go for it. That's a tough one there. But a 4th down and short.
It was a great play call, though.
Mm-hmm.
Cutter Daniels was wide open there, and nobody really saw it coming. They thought they were going to run the ball, because that's kind of what just Galena does in that field position.
Turner, the keeper, goes around the left side. He's going to have the first down. He's still on his feet. Inside Baxter Springs territory, first down. And the Bulldogs convert on 4th down as Turner runs out of bounds at the Baxter Springs 48-yard line. And Turner seems to be fine on that run. Let's pick up a big first down. And the clock sits at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Burkhart in the backfield. Hand off to Burkhart off the left side, up the middle, makes one man miss, another man miss, still on his feet, brought down near the 30-yard line. And a big run play there. Moves the chains for the Bulldogs. He gets brought down at the Lion 29-yard line.
19 yards.
19-yard carry by Caleb Burkhart, making a couple people miss and carrying some defenders.
Got it.
So the clock will run. Turn, hand off to Burkhart. This time, not much there. Flag coming in. We'll wait to see what the flag is. Be a hold on Galena.
Let's just hope Galena just keeps a level head here. It's still first down. They've converted these before. Let's just not have it where we have 3 first downs like last drive.
Yeah. So that'll back them up 10 yards. Instead of the 29, it'll be the 39. And they'll wind the clock. It'll take under 4 minutes before this next snap. Bulldogs desperate for a score. Turn, hand off to Turner. Trucks forward and gets brought down at the 35-yard line. Picks up 4 on the play. Zoko with the tackle for the Lions.
Start 5.
Burkhart in the backfield. McNemar the far side. And this play, Daniels breaks tackle, but then gets tackled by
51.
Gage Maggard. Daniels almost was dropped for a loss on the play. We're able to escape that. Maggard brings him down for no gain on the play. And it'll be a 3rd down and 16. I get 3rd down and 17.
Cody Daniels got past that first guy and saw a lot of open field. Just unfortunately got a shoe line tackle there.
Yeah, and here you just want to do something to try and keep the clock. Perry running to throw.
Incomplete.
Just a little too far in front of Burkhart. Burkhart was open. Good pass, just a little too far out in front, and the clock will stop at 2:36. So probably going to punt the ball now as Galena will receive second half kickoff. They won the toss. Almost seemed like a timeout as Galena was going to the sidelines, but play clock going to run down, and Coach Martin will call a timeout. So Galena with 1 timeout remaining we'll take it with them. We'll return in 30 seconds. Bulldogs trail by 7 here with 2:30 till halftime. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
Further than Bricks and Brews, Woodfire Grill, much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
So welcome back to Galena, Kansas, as Week 5 action continues here. Galena's homecoming. Plenty of those festivities coming up at the half, as we'll bring to you Leah Smith Farmers Insurance halftime show. So make sure and stick around for that. First half stats analysis. Perry scrambling out of the pocket now, throw it up in the air. Turner turns around, and he's going to catch it. What a play. And he'll go out of bounds. The clock will stop, and the Bulldogs convert on 4th down. A gutsy ball. Perry threw it at the last minute, and it found Zane Turner right at the first down marker, and the Bulldogs pick it up and will continue this drive.
Perry threw that ball in the air, too. He actually jumped right before he threw it, so that was an amazing throw by Jack Perry.
Man, those are the plays that are scary, is when that ball is in the air for a while. You never know. It's really a jump ball. Offsides on Baxter Springs. We'll move the Bulldogs forward. So we'll take that all day.
Go against the Lions.
And it'll be a
second down.
First down and 5. First down and 5 from the 13-yard line. Bulldogs with 1 timeout remaining. Lions with 1 timeout remaining also. Score here would go a long way.
Yeah, a touchdown would go a long way, especially because they get the ball in the second half. It kind of put them the lead ahead on the
Perry takes snap, handoff to Burkhart. Shoestring tackle, and that's Maggard with the tackle on first down. Pickup of maybe 1. Second down and 4. Clock will run under 2 minutes before the next snap. Takes the snap, turn, handoff to Turner. He trucks forward and right near the first down marker. It's going to be close. Might be a little bit short. Yep, it'll be 3rd down and inches.
Measure about it? It looks like about 6 inches.
Baxter Springs selling out for the run. 1.5 minutes remaining here. Bulldogs look to make something happen. Turner with the keeper trying to make another man miss, but gets brought down. He gets a first down. And 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Coach Martin still has a timeout in his pocket.
He wound it.
And
go from the 5.
The goal to go from the 5 for Galena.
I apologize. We have a blind spot in the
handoff. Burkhart up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. 5-yard run by Caleb Burkhart. Gets the Bulldogs on the board. It makes it 7-6 for the moment. Galena will go for 2. So good job by the offensive line blocking there. There's a big hole. Burkhart went in the end zone nearly untouched. Turner takes snap. Now an end around the pocket. And it's going to be a race. And he's in. 2-point conversion's good. And the Bulldogs lead 8-7 with 55 seconds in the second quarter. Bulldogs on top. As a very productive offensive drive. That whole drive was reignited after the 20-yard pass on 4th down and 18 to continue the drive at the 20-yard line. And the Bulldogs were able to convert in the red zone that time. It's something that's been missing early on in the season. That time they're able to do it. We'd like to see more of that throughout this game. Now the crowd's re-energized here in Galena on homecoming. 8-7 Bulldogs. Baxter will kick it away for Galena. And that is Grant, the return man for the Lions. Good kick, caught at the 18-yard line. Flag comes in. That's Mazzocco with the return, still on the speed. That's Perry and nice return. Keegan Gabrielson coming in to make the tackle. There's a flag on the field still. Even the tackler. So we'll wait and see what the flag is. There's an injured Bulldog on the field as Devin Hetty gets to the sideline. All right, you walk her back. Block in the back on Baxter Springs, so that'll take away that return. Ball back at 27. Oh, let's see. Ball at the first Lion 26-yard line. 46 seconds remain. See if the Lions try and be aggressive here, just run the ball and take it to half. Snap, Gaines rolling left, now throwing. Going to be caught by Alexander. And that's Coda Daniels with the tackle. A nice tackle to limit the gain on the play. Be a pickup of 3. So 2nd down and 7, clock will roll. Now they'll signal to run the clock. Lions send 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Gaines drops back, now looking across the middle. Alexander, he has him, brought down Zane Turner on the play. And I could see the Lion head coach over there calling a timeout, so they'll take their final timeout of the half. With 16 seconds remaining, we'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Bulldogs lead 8-7 with 16 seconds remaining. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome back. Galena Sports Live here to the final 16 seconds.
In the second, Frontenac Columbus 0-0, and Parsons is up on Riverton 6-0.
Got 55 yards to go till the end zone. Gaines pitches it to the outside. That's Grant on the end around. He'll get pushed out of bounds.
10 seconds remaining.
So 6 seconds go off the clock on that play. Minimal pickup. Gaines takes snap now. He'll be forced out of the pocket, and he'll be hit and dropped from behind. That's Casey Hopkins with the sack, and that'll take us to halftime. So your score at the half, Bulldogs 8, Lions 7. So we'll be back in 3 minutes with the Leah Smith Farmers Insurance halftime show here on Galena Sports Live. 8-7 Bulldogs at half. We're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms in spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience area. Learn more at mercy.net.
One time before you wake up in the wild. Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
So welcome in to the halftime show. Halftime show is brought to you by Leah Smith Farmers Insurance, four-state agency serving Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. Leah and her team have the products, services, and experience you're looking for. Give them a call today and see why they're more than just insurance. So the halfway point in this game, I'm gonna kick it to Cole for some of the area scores around Southeast Kansas. So what do you got for us, Cole?
Yeah, I got a few here. So I got the Parsons versus Riverton. Riverton score is Parsons up 6-0 against Riverton. Another one I have is Columbus Titans versus the Frontenac Raiders. Frontenac Raiders are now beating the Columbus Titans 20-0. Frontenac Raiders have proved to be one of the best teams in CNC. They beat Girard last week. They're beating Columbus right now. And then the last score I have is the Girard versus Prairie View score. This was a close game. Prairie View's up 6-0. Both teams 2-2, so this is a good game to see.
Yep, there you have it. Area matchups around Southeast Kansas brought to you by Cole. And so for the Bulldogs, they started off slow on offense, really couldn't get much going. They had that big play by Zane Turner, the first offensive play of the game that went for about 20 yards deep into Lion territory, and then they couldn't get much going until that offensive snap. or the last offensive drive, I should say. And they were able to punch it in on a 5-yard run by Caleb Burkhardt. And you're starting to see here as we get towards the middle part of the season, Galena's starting to form a 2-man backfield where they have Zane Turner and Caleb Burkhardt. And that's turning out in Galena's favor and not in opponent's favor, as they're starting to get hot at the right time, needing to win tonight desperately. And they're up 8-7 at the break. They'll get the ball to start the second half. What did you see there in the first half that amazed you, Cole?
Oh, I saw a lot of things. I saw some things I really didn't like. The one thing I didn't like is the fouls. There's a lot of unnecessary fouls, too, not just or penalties. There's a lot of unnecessary penalties as well, like John Sports and like towards when they have all those holds, players get mad. And I don't know exactly what the unsportsmanlike was for, but I'm assuming that it was towards the ref. And that's something you never want to do. You always want to have your composure as a football team. That's really big. That's what wins games. It's not always just skill. It's not always just what you do in practice. It's about having that composure, having that level edge, and going out there. And, it's about being a gentleman on the field. I don't know, but...
hard work and grit. Both teams showed a lot of that in the first half. Hard-fought first half. It's warm. It's humid out here. It's going to come down to conditioning here in the second half. It's going to be back and forth. It's going to be defensive. Is what we're expecting. But, good first half, and we'll take our second commercial break of the halftime show here. When we return, we'll continue the halftime show about things we liked in the first half and start to prepare for the start of the second half. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're watching Bulldog Football on Galena Sports Live.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? Look no further than 4 States Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy in Galena, locally owned and rooted in our community. 4 States Pharmacy is the place to go for those needed vaccinations. Plus, check out their large selection of everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. Take advantage of their convenient drive-thru or local delivery with 4 States Smart Car. For seniors, 4 States Pharmacy offers free Medicare Part D consultations. 4 State Pharmacy, where your health and community come together in Galena. Check us out online at 4statespharmacy.com.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Hello, 4 States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the 4 States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
So welcome back to the Leah Smith Farmers Insurance halftime show here as we continue the halftime show. Packed house here in Galena tonight as it's their homecoming game and they look to get in the victory column. A solid first half, and the Bulldogs were ultimately able to score on that big 20-yard completion on 4th down and 18 from Jack Perry to Zane Turner. It's in the perfect spot, and the ball was up in the air for a while. Kind of scared me, but it was able to be caught and complete for the first down, and it turned into a touchdown. So that's going to go down as one of the biggest plays that'll be talked about at the end of this game for sure. But also another storyline there in the first half is Devin Heddy came on the field limping. We'll see what his availability is as the second half gets underway. Not sure what the injury was or any of that, but you got anything to add, Cole?
Yeah, I think one thing that we've kind of not mentioned is Galena's not only fighting for their first win this game, they're fighting about a 19-0 record against Baxter Springs. They've had this since 2004. They've won 19 games in a row every single season against Baxter. So this is this one kind of runs deep for Galena fans and the Galena team here. So, it's not only just their first win, but potentially, can keep a long streak that's been here for years.
Yeah, two towns that are very close, divided by only a couple miles. And it seems like we say it every week, another rivalry just because of how close all these teams are relativity-wise. You got Riverton right next to Galena. You got Baxter Springs. It's not far. You got Columbus right up the road. I mean, they're all so close. And certainly one of the toughest conferences in 3A and always proves to be a lot of good teams. And Bulldogs have been struggling to start their season. We'll see. Their issues have been in the second half this season. They had a tie game in Quapaw. They had a lead last week against Columbus. They got a lead this week. So the second half's been their struggles. We'll see what they can do to stay conditioned and not get fatigued. I feel like fatigue's been a big issue in the second half of these games. So coming out and putting some points on Baxter Springs would be a huge deal, really, to kill the vibe over there, because Baxter Springs is still in this game. I mean, it's a 1-point game, but if you come out and put some points on the board, that puts some pressure on them, and it'd be a great start to get off to. So 3:45 until second half kickoff. We'll step away and take our last commercial timeout of the halftime show here, and when we return, we'll have second half kickoff. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Sorry about that. So we continue the Leah Smith Farmers Insurance halftime show here. Wanted to let you guys know, stay up to date on all of our broadcasts at varsitysportslive.com. Broadcast lineup, stories, and more on varsitysportslive.com. Up to 10 broadcasts per night live, local sports in Southeast Kansas with Varsity Sports Live. So for the next 4 weeks, we'll be live here on Galena Sports Live. Basketball season will be here before you know it, but football weather's certainly one of the best things about this job is being out here on Friday night and broadcasting some football. Tonight certainly doesn't feel like football weather, but I'm sure next week we'll be wearing sweatshirts. That's just how Kansas goes. So it looks like 18 seconds until second half kickoff. See the Bulldogs out there getting their final preparations for the second half. We saw a heavy dose of the run game in the first half. Very limited passing. When it was passing, it was quick throws to the outside to Zane Turner, to Thatcher Botkin, a couple end arounds. So trying to get creative. And then there's the big throw that they converted on fourth down. But compared to last week, there hasn't been as much throwing. I think last week there was 14 or 15 pass attempts. This week it's been very limited, but they've been effective running the ball. Baxter Springs has matched up well with them and been pretty stout. So we'll see if the Bulldogs can continue that run game in the second half.
I'm not sure if you really hit on this, Cooper, but that 2-point conversion at the end of the first half there was really big because they could score field goal kicks. So that means that if they were to score again on Galena, if Galena were to score when they come back out, they would have still put them up too. If Baxter scores, they kick a field goal to keep it tied. If they didn't get that 2-point, Baxter would actually technically be up.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of different what ifs, but
they got them covered right now.
So, added a couple minutes. I think they had 3 minutes to the clock to once teams get back out on the field. But I'm ready for some second half football. And still, I don't see Devin Heddy out there, so don't know if we'll see him again tonight. Hopefully he can come back, but that'll be a big blow on defense and offense if they don't have him out there. He's one of their best defensive players playing linebacker, and then one of their main blockers on that offensive line. And this Baxter team has quite a bit of upperclassmen on it. They got most of their starting lineup seniors. They got 7 seniors on here and a boatload of juniors, so they have a lot more upperclassmen than these Bulldogs. Bulldogs are very few. They got, well, I guess we got 8 seniors, but a lot of players. It'll take all 11 tonight to get that victory.
With some winners this evening from the alumni tent. I'll probably be fast and furious about this, but from the Board of Education, a tumbler, Gage Girton, a Nike bag, Sarah Medley.
We're set. We saw a heavy dose of Jacob Alexander from the Lions in the first half. And Peyton Gaines showed that he has some speed to be able to get out of the pocket and run the ball. So look for the Bulldogs to try and contain him more and keep him inside the ring, because he was the one able to scramble and score that 12-yard touchdown for the Lions.
One thing that I was kind of worried about when just seeing the size of the players, Jacob Grant's a pretty tall player on the wide receiver position. I'm surprised that Baxter hasn't utilized them. Just trying to pass to him over players' heads, because I think he's taller than our tallest player, which I believe is Jack Perry. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's hard to tell from up here. I've never been down there on the field, but.
So, confusion. They'll switch it around as Galena will kick into the south end zone. or correction, Baxter would kick towards the north end zone. So that's Jacob Grant. That'll kick it away for Baxter Springs.
Number 4.
Zane Turner standing on the goal line. Kick will bounce. Be fielded by Deontay Paul. Tries to get to the outside.
By 21.
Trying to get a block. Still on his feet. And it'll be brought down near the 37-yard line. Say 38-yard line is where Galena will start this drive. Good return on that play.
Horsepower.
Pretty neutral bounce. And Paul, nice to have him back from injury. He was out the last 2 games, but he's playing tonight. He made an impact there.
He did a good job there, realizing he wasn't going to get the outside edge and cut in, allowing him to get, I don't know, maybe 8 more yards.
38.
Hand off to Burkhart, hit, sheds 1 tackle. Now he's wrapped up and brought down at the 43-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play.
From the season's design, we have tumblers that will go to Abby Shelton, Stephanie Jenkins, Alex Hardman. Thanks for the game.
Daniels, Burkhart, and Turner in the backfield. Handoff goes to Turner. He falls forward. It's going to be a pickup of a couple, and it'll be a 3rd down and short. Looks like 3rd down and 3 from the 45-yard line to Bulldogs.
Wallace and Jamie Clifford. Outback Steakhouse gift card. Danny Womack and Danny Charles.
Opportunity to keep this drive moving near midfield. Zane Turner takes the snap. Now keep it. Cuts to the outside, trying to get the edge. He's going to have the 1st down and falls down near the 50-yard line. And he'll go out of bounds at the Lion 48-yard line for a Bulldog 1st down.
Donnie McCorkle and Andrew Holden. From Jerry Salon, $25 cash. Mary Malley and Kansas Martin.
Blocking to the near side. Burkhart in the backfield. The handoff goes to him. Was hit and minimal gain on the play. Big gain of about 1. Brings it up to the 46-yard line.
$25 in cash from Dean's Cabinets goes to Kim Kennedy, Whitney Wade.
Handoff goes to Daniels on the outside, cuts back. Be a good pickup on the play. He'll be short of the 1st down marker, but it'll be a 3rd down and short. A 3rd down and 1 from the looks of it. 3rd down and 2. Hopefully the Bulldogs can get it here, but it's going to be 4-down territory either way. This first drive is crucial, trying to add on to that lead. Turner in the backfield, Burkhart behind him. Quarterback keeper by Turner makes a man miss, picks up the 1st down and more, and it'll be brought down at the 33-yard line. Galena moves the chains again. 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Good job putting themselves in 3rd and short situations, something you want to do often. They've done that to start this drive. Limit the penalties. Give yourself short 3rd down conversions. That time, Turner able to convert. Handoff goes to Burkhart. Carries the defender, still on his feet, a little extra effort. That'll be another good carry.
13 games and 51 higher.
Peyton Gaines with the tackle on the play for Baxter Springs.
26.
Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2 for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs have continued to run the ball this drive. Not a pass play yet.
Seems like we could confirm that Devin Hetty's
No
not
call on the ground.
On the play.
Perry quickly jumps on it. A little bit of a miscue. Only a loss of about a yard. It looked like about.
Video. $25 cash from
Perry had trouble handling the snap.
Charlie Miller.
And a 3rd down and 3 is what the Bulldogs will face. Burkhart dives forward. A flag comes in. And we'll wait and see the call.
Face. Chop block against the Bulldogs.
So another chop block on Galena. We'll back him up.
Calvin Jacket wins $25 cash from 10th Avenue. Nogales Mexican Restaurant, a gift certificate, Mark Blaze. Pumpkins play.
So that's a 15-yard penalty.
Over Roseanne Lee.
And that one hurts.
Terry Watkins, Rick Phillips.
That one was a drop. He wound it.
3rd down and 17.
Line it. All right.
So long conversion. This is about the same situation the Bulldogs were in at the end of the first half. Turner's chased down. Not much there. No gain on the play.
From Cheddar's.
And a 4th down and 18.
Donna Anderson.
So that penalty really hurt this drive.
Kelly. From the Student Council, a $20 gift certificate. Dennis Hart, Troy Sturgis, and
We'll see what Coach likes to do here.
Ryan Harper. Galena Sonic, $25 gift card.
Zane Turner under center. Perry back to punt the ball away. Nice punt. It'll bounce. Galena bounce. And it'll be a perfect punt down inside the 5. And it looks like it was down at the 2-yard line. So great punt. Perry had a good one last week against Columbus in that 4th quarter. And had another good one there. Lions set up shop deep in their own territory. At their own 2-yard line, a long field to go.
Yeah. 10 from the 2 for the Lions.
Peyton Gaines, the Lion quarterback. Handoff. Off the right side. Big pickup on the first play. That is Sam Weaver on the carry. He'll move the chains and give the Lions a little bit of breathing space. Go for a 13-yard gain on that run and a Lion 1st down. Gaines under center. Weaver lined up behind him. Gaines looking left, throwing left. It's going to be caught as that's Jacob Grant still on his feet, racing down the sideline, has some speed, and he might be gone. Perry's chasing him. He's not going to get there, and that's going to be a 85-yard Baxter Springs touchdown to start the 2nd half on their first offensive drive. Puts them in front 13-8 with 5:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. Grant has got some speed. Made a couple people miss over at the 30-yard line and is gone. 13-8 right now. We'll see if they pick the PAT.
Brianna Myers. Gerald Gilman.
Looks like they're going to go for 2. Bulldogs on their first drive had something going, and then a chop block halted that drive. And now Lions going for 2 gains. Keeper looking right now. Keep it. And he's going to be in the end zone. 2-point conversion's good. Jacob Grant, 85-yard touchdown reception. And Peyton Gaines runs it in for the 2-point conversion. Lions lead 15-8 with 5:20 in the third quarter. We'll step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live. Oh, there we go.
$25 flat.
So Lions answer backs 85-yard touchdown puts them ahead 15-8. Bulldogs to try and answer back right here. Grant kicks it away.
And that's from Hub Incorporated.
Strong kick, bounces at the 15, and a roll into the Bulldog end zone for a touchback. Bulldogs
for a touchback.
Set up shop at their own 20-yard line.
Also, John Rob Carlson, $25 gift certificate. Yeah.
Jack Perry and company back out on the field. On this, you just got to stay free of penalties, really. It's what's hurt them all game. Start this drive with a Zane Turner run. Gets brought down. That was Cohen Hodges on the tackle for the Lions. Also looked like Peyton Gaines in on the tackle.
Is on the corner.
That's enough everywhere. Yeah. Can't read part of them. We'll see.
Pickup of about 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 from the Bulldog 23-yard line. Botkin, the lone receiver. Perry keeps it now and end around to Zane Turner.
End around to Zane Turner.
And
they put it out.
He'll get tackled by Weaver. See where they spot him. Pickup of only 1 on the play. 3rd down and 6. Nice tackle by Sam Weaver to bring down Zane Turner in space. That isn't a very easy thing to do, but Weaver did at that time. Now the Bulldogs face a 3rd down and 6. Needing this conversion desperately. Perry throws right over the intended receiver, Tiante Paul, and it goes incomplete.
Paul fan.
Thatcher Botkin looked to be wide open back near the 40-yard line. But Paul was open too, just overthrew him a little bit, and it'll be a 4th down.
Good thing Tiante Paul got a hand on that, or it potentially could have been an interception. There was a Baxter Springs defensive back right there ready to catch it.
Mm-hmm. So Galena will be forced to punt. And that's Jacob Grant back to return at the Lion 45-yard line. Perry's going to be, it's a shallow punt as he had to dodge one rusher from the Lions, able to kick it away, but punt didn't go far. Lions will start at the Bulldog 44-yard line. And now you really need to stop on defense. Baxter Springs has some momentum out of the locker room after that 85-yard touchdown. Just forced a 3 and out. Now they'll bring the offense back on the field.
I'm Bulldog territory at the 44.
Empty set for Gaines. Flag comes in. Might be too many men on field.
Like 12 men on the field.
Yep, 12 men on the field on Galena.
Think them out there. Yeah. Uh-oh, now everybody knows it's you.
So that'll move the Lions forward 5 yards, first down and 5.
First and 5. Almost to Grant.
Grant, not much room there. He'll be stopped up. Flag comes in after the play. Things starting to get chippy out there.
The yellow flag, something we've seen a lot this game, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Personal Bulldogs.
It's going to be a personal foul on Galena. That'll give the Lions an automatic first down, so that's 20 free yards this drive alone.
Yeah, I think that's either the second or third personal foul.
Yeah, we've had
this game. Those are the unacceptable fouls. You don't want personal fouls.
Yeah, we've had three of them at least, and that's 45 yards alone. So those start to add up, and those really hurt. The Lions,
not even including the holds.
At the Bulldog 24-yard line now. Weaver to the left of Gaines. Trips to the near side. Alexander in the slot. Gaines will take the snap. Hand off to Weaver. Off the right side. Flag comes in. Weaver with a good pickup on the play.
Bulldog on the stop.
We'll wait and see the flag. Looks like it's going to be coming back. Baxter Springs starting to march backwards. Yep. Hold on, Baxter Springs. So that'll negate the run by Weaver. And be a first down and 20. So that'll help the Bulldogs try and get a stop here. So Lions way behind the original line of scrimmage. Gaines, quarterback keeper around the left, makes a juke.
The left side.
Bulldogs chasing him, still on his feet, running. Perry chasing him towards the end zone. Gaines dives at the pylon. No signal yet.
No call.
I think they're going to mark him
inside the one.
Short. He'll be inside the one, so first down and goal from like the 6-inch mark. I don't know how Gaines got out of that. He was on the left side, swarmed by Bulldog defenders, came to the near side, and there's a lot of daylight ahead, so Lions will have first and goal inside the one. Gaines, quarterback keeper, and it'll be a touchdown.
I'm very surprised with the delay of game. It ran down, the thing went off.
Referees are going to talk about it.
Yeah, it was, I mean, if you rewind it back, he was out there to formulate your own opinion on what it is. You can see the play clock on there, so.
Touchdowns, the ruling on the field puts the Lions up 21-8, and they'll go for 2 again. Gaines takes the snap, hand off to Weaver. Tracked down from behind. That's Hopkins trying to keep him out. And 2-point conversions, no good. The Lions extend their lead 21-8 with 2:26 to play in the third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Girls Night Out. A gift voucher. We'll go to
So we're back to 2:26 remaining in the third quarter. Games with the quarterback keeper.
And the white
1 yard out. Watching them for the Lions and extend this. So at least 21-8. Bulldogs looking for some offense. This one's going to roll, and it goes out of bounds, so the flag will come in. Out.
Might be thrown.
So now you really need to score. Try and make it a one-score game again. This drive will start at the 35-yard line.
Galena's shown that they can stop this Baxter Springs offense. It's just, if they score here, they've shown they could stop it. I just think that them playing both sides makes it, increasingly harder.
Yep. High snap by Turner, able to bring it in. And gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. Coach Martin not happy on the Galena sideline. Threw his play sheet. A lot of built-up frustration, but looks like a loss of 1 on the play. I thought he got back to the line of scrimmage, but 2nd down and 11. Zane Turner and Burkhart in the backfield. Turn, hand off to Turner. Impatient, trying to find a hole. Not much there. He'll pick up a couple. About 3 on that play.
Number 11. Simpson.
That was Briar Simpson pushing Turner out of bounds. Snap. Perry drops back throwing. Has McNemar open and overthrows him. And McNemar was there. He was wide open, but just overthrown. And 4th down and 8 is what it'll be. So time's running out. Can't afford to punt many more times. Looks like Galena might go for it here. Nope, they're going to end up punting it away. Oh, they got, Botkin was wide open. They were wanting to snap it quick. Botkin will down it here at the 39 or 34-yard line, I guess.
Ball got at the 34.
And Perry wanted to throw it because Botkin was lined up to the near sideline. Nobody was on him. All it would have taken is quick snap and throw it out to Botkin. As long as he catches it, he'd have picked it up. Could hear the coordinator for Baxter Springs up there yelling in the press box.
That's what I was going to say. I think that Galena had somebody lined up. I didn't catch it, but Baxter Springs did.
Either way, it'll be Baxter Springs ball. 1st and 10 from their own 39. Quick throw out to Grant. Grant will have the first down up near midfield where he'll be tackled by Thatcher.
Run after the play. And
goes into Bulldog territory.
It's into Bulldog territory at 45.
So it feels like the game's starting to slip away. Somebody needs to make a big play and force a turnover, an interception, something. Because Baxter Springs offense come alive in the second half. scored 14 unanswered in the Galena territory late in the third quarter. Keeper by Gaines. Gaines still going. And Perry tried to bring him down, but that's Zane Turner coming in and bringing him down to save a touchdown. It'll be goal to go for the Lions. Gaines, gaping hole, runs through it. Gaines has some speed for a quarterback. This Lion offense has some speed between Grant and Gaines and Alexander. He's also handoff to Weaver, cuts back, and he'll dive forward, brought down at the 1. I think that was Jason Long in on the tackle. So the Lions will snap it, quarterback keeper. No signal yet. Oh, now they're going to call it a touchdown. So late signal on the field, but it'll be a touchdown for the Lions, and now extend their lead to 27-8 currently. With 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter, game's quickly slipped away from these Bulldogs.
The second half's been real tough for the Bulldogs all season.
Yeah.
And this game hasn't really been much different.
Yeah, it's been the storyline. PAT for Grant. Kick is up and good.
And it's good.
Grant's pretty consistent with that football, but
so 21 unanswered for Baxter Springs. Makes their lead 28-8 late in the third quarter. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll return. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
All right, so Baxter Springs will kick it away. Jacob Grant can really kick that ball. Be another touchback going. Nearly spiraled and was downed at the 1, but it's going to be a touchback. And Bulldogs will start the drive at their own 20. Early on in the game, they got really good field position up in Baxter Springs territory or near midfield. Second half's been a different story. They had promising first drive, and then there was a chop block, and it really just ended that drive, and it's been all Baxter Springs since.
Positive is Baxter decided to go for it on that. They could have waited out the quarter and brought it to 4th.
And Turner, keeper, off the left side, and that was
tackle number 58.
Ethan Haddock with the tackle there. 1 minute break, and when we return, we'll have fourth quarter action here in Galena. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? Look no further than 4 States Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy in Galena. Locally owned and rooted in our community, 4 States Pharmacy is the place to go for those needed vaccinations. Plus, check out their large selection of everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. Take advantage of their convenient drive-thru or local delivery with 4 States Smart Car. For seniors, 4 States Pharmacy offers free Medicare Part D consultations. 4 State Pharmacy, where your health and community come together in Galena. Check us out online at 4statespharmacy.com.
And 41-0 over Columbus.
So welcome in the final quarter of play. A rough third quarter for the Bulldogs. And they'll need a desperate coming behind win. That pass by Turner nearly intercepted. It was intended for Thatcher Bodkin. Javen Alexander in coverage. Galena looking to open up the pass game early in this fourth quarter. They're going to have to get some chunk plays and get in the end zone quick. 3-possession game.
We had a math, right? We had a 16-minute run without losing our
Third down and 5 for the Bulldogs. Turner under center, trips to the near side. Turner pitches it out to Burkhart. Burkhart's got some running space, has the first down and more. Brings it up near the 40-yard line. Will be taken out at the 40. And a fresh set of downs for the Bulldogs. Rewind the clock. And Perry take the play into the huddle. Galena gets up to the ball quick. It's Daniels, Turner, and Burkhart in the backfield. Quarterback keeper by Turner.
Turner keeps it.
Not much room.
Gets to the other side and moving out of bounds.
Big pickup. And I think it'll move the first down marker.
Carson, keep your head up!
Nope, they'll mark it short. Second down and short. Good run by Turner. Pick up a 9 on that play. This handoff goes to Burkhart off the left side. First down. Still on his speed, a power run. Takes it into Lion territory.
Hey, 5. 111.
I got 2 scores from around the area here, Cooper. Just an update of his games I was talking about earlier. Gerard, the Gerard versus Prairie View scores. Prairie View's up 21-0. And the Columbus Titans versus the Frontenac Raiders, Frontenac is up 41-7. So both those games are kind of getting away from those teams.
Yep. That was a bad snap there. Seen a couple of those this week and last week. Last week it hurt a lot more. It was in 2 big situations. A lot tighter game. Bulldogs trying to make this one competitive. They're going to need a score here to keep it competitive. But time's not on their side. Second down and 16. Turner under center. Here comes the blitz. Turner escapes it on his feet still. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage and
picks up about 8 yards.
8-yard pickup. Third down and 8.
Good minutes to go with 4.
Clock will continue to roll.
4. That's not right. Oh, you're right. Dave moved. Yeah, really a hammer get around.
Zane Turner's been at quarterback most of this drive. Snap. Looking to run. He'll keep it. Over off the left side. First down. Some speed upfield. Still on his feet going. He's going to go all the way. It's going to be a 40-yard touchdown for Zane Turner. As it'll bring the Bulldogs within 2 scores early in the fourth quarter. That's going to help, but still a lot of work to be done. And it's now a 14-point deficit. Bulldogs going to go for 2, try and make it a 12-point game. So they're going to have to string together some stops on defense now. And Bulldogs stay in this game. Now's when you need some kind of miscue by Baxter Springs, a bad snap, a fumble, an interception, forced fumble. That'd be huge in this possession, but the Bulldogs' eyes are on this 2-point conversion right now. Snap, end around. Now they'll pitch it to Perry, and it'll be whistled dead. Yeah.
No good.
So the 2-point conversion is no good. There was a lot of stuff going on there, but it didn't fool the Lions. So we'll take a 30-second break. Bulldogs score on a 40-yard Zane Turner run. Bulldogs trail 28-14. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live. So welcome back. Here, 14-point deficit. The Bulldogs cut deficit down to 14 on a 40-yard run by Zane Turner, now up to 151 yards tonight. They're going to need a lot more production on offense. It's going to start with a defensive stand here.
Thank you, Brett. Absolutely.
Perry kicks it away, a shallow kick. It's going to be caught. That is Nolan Duncan, and he brings it up near midfield.
Gets it to midfield.
And it's a short field for Baxter Springs. 9:27 to play. The Bulldog defense comes onto the field. Hasn't been the same defense we saw in the first half. But they're going to need for some 3-and-outs here. Weaver lined up to the left of Gaines. Takes snap. Nope. Keeper by Gaines over to the left side.
Gets to the left side.
And he'll slide down. Slides down 5 yards short. Probably could have picked up a couple extra yards. That'll go in the Bulldogs' favor. But the Bulldogs haven't been able to slow down Gaines this second half. He's been running wild. Lion offense not in no hurry. Clock's on their side. Two receivers to the far side, two to the near side. Gaines, keeper throwing right, has Alexander, first down and more. And he's going to be tackled. That's Brody McNemar on the tackle. Flag on the play.
McNemar.
Might be coming back.
Mustard on the left. I would say winding downfield. Yep.
Legal man downfield is the call.
Illegal man downfield. By the way.
That catch and run by Alexander will be negated.
I don't know why we even like that. At any level, why can't a lineman go first? Be too easy. My aching ass. It's a football.
So back him up.
I do. I just hate that call.
Second down and 10. Galena definitely catching a lucky break there. Yeah. Because they need to stop quick with the clock slowly ticking down. Pro team still got 3 timeouts. Lions haven't been afraid to throw this drive. Gaines takes snap, turn, hand off to Weaver. Weaver up the middle is going to have a big chunk of yards, and it'll be a third down and short.
McNemar first to stop him. That other Bulldog. Right down, 61. Casey.
Casey Hopkins with the tackle. Third down and 2. Needing a stop here.
like Jim.
Under 8 minutes to play in this one. Probably 4 down territory for the Lions. Timeout called on the field. I think.
Equipment issue.
Flag comes in.
Say something. Watch some of us to use one of those magic words.
I'm not sure what just happened, but they blew the play dead. I thought it was going to be a timeout. And then Alexander ran off to the sideline, and as he ran by the referee, they threw the flag. So he must have said something.
Like it's going to be the unsportsmanlike.
Yep. So a personal unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And that's what the Bulldogs needed. 15-yard penalty, and it'll back the Lions up 3rd down and 17.
That's something if I was coach, I'd be chewing on. That'd make me mad. Stupid boy. Right. You just shut your mouth, boy.
Galena catching even more of a break now.
Yeah, that was just, I know the coach can't be happy on that sideline. Coach Jeff McCoy of the Lions. It's a bad time to pick up one of those penalties.
Especially such an unnecessary one as well.
Yeah, and Alexander may think they've won the game, but there's still time on the clock, and his team faces 3rd down and 17. Gaines, keeper, off the left side. And
Gaines keeps it.
Looks like that's Collins chasing him down from behind. It'll be a 4th down and 5. So picks up quite a bit on that play. And see if the Lions decide to go for it or kick it away.
That's one thing Galena cannot be allowing is just a simple quarterback keeper gets 10 yards almost every single play, and they just really need to contain that quarterback. Not even trying to get to him, just contain him at least less than 5.
So Baxter Springs will be in punt formation. Zane Turner will go back to return for Galena. Flag comes in.
Delay game.
Oh, delay game on Baxter Springs. Okay. So that'll back him up.
You can call that one, but you can see the other one here. That was a story.
Backs him up 5 yards. Zane Turner standing at the 15-yard line. Be a great time to return a punt here. That's blocked. Hopkins chasing it. He'll jump on it. The Bulldogs got it. And the Bulldogs are going to have the ball at the Lion 28-yard line. That was Hopkins. They got through, and it looked like Buckaloo was also in, but Hopkins was the one that ultimately blocked it. And that's a big break for the Bulldogs. First block punt of the season comes at a good time. Now the offense on the field looking to get to work quickly. Keeper by Turner off the left side. That'd be rounded up.
Left side.
And Boomer out.
On.
That looked like Weaver in on the tackle. And also it looked like Gabe Maggard came in to help clean it up. Clock the line, 2nd down and 8. Not much on that play for Turner. Now Galena's got to start to hurry up a little bit. Still 6 minutes, but needing 2 scores.
Yeah, Galena's going to need to find that second wind right now in order to come back in this game.
I agree. Seen Zane Turner under center a lot more. Turner's going to throw. Let's go to Daniels open. Daniels will get pushed out of bounds. And it's going to be a 1st down Bulldogs. As they're inside the 20-yard line, clock will stop as Daniels went out of bounds.
Yeah, great job by Dakota Daniels catching the ball and going out of bounds.
Out of bounds on the play. After 15.
Keeper by Turner.
Zane Turner. Nolan up front, penalty Michael thrown.
And a penalty comes in.
50
Seemed to be after the play.
Stop.
See who it's on. Officials are still talking it over.
Face mask, Stockholm.
Face mask on it. So that'll work. I'll move the Bulldogs forward.
Yeah, that's a do so long too.
Still talking on the field.
So why are you telling me still? Oh, yeah, sure. First down. Don't start.
First down and goal from the, looks like about the 8-yard line.
Another penalty.
Then false start.
Procedure against the Bulldogs.
They had a face mask call and then right back at the false start, so.
Yep, gave it right back.
Come on, quickly, it's in you. Proceed to take care. Two, man. Luck on that degree. Right, help him a bit about him.
So the ball be spotted at the 13-yard line now. And it'll be first down and 8.
Yeah, Thomas last down. Good game.
High snap to Turner. Turner is still on speed. Made something out of nothing. He'll pick up a couple. Fought to get back to the line of scrimmage. And clock's under 5 minutes. Continue to roll.
Galena Center really needs to get these snaps down. I think they're kind of affecting a lot of these plays.
Yeah.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout called.
The official timeout, forget it. We call it.
We got an official timeout on the field. So we'll step away for 30 seconds. When we return, Bulldogs, there's a second down and 7 from the Lions 10. You're watching Bulldogs football on Galena Sports Live.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? Look no further than Four States Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy in Galena, locally owned and rooted in our community. Four States Pharmacy is the place to go for those needed vaccinations. Plus, check out their large selection of everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. Take advantage of their convenient drive-through or local delivery with Four States Smart Car. For seniors, Four States Pharmacy offers free Medicare Part D consultations. Four State Pharmacy, where your health and community come together in Galena. Check us out online at fourstatespharmacy.com.
Welcome back. High pressure situation here on homecoming night for the Bulldogs. They look to cut into that deficit as they face a second down and 5 from the Lion 10-yard line. Bulldogs still with 3 timeouts in their pocket. Perry under center. Turn, handoff to Burkhart. Burkhart drops forward. He'll get up near the 5-yard line, close to the first down marker. Be a third down and 1. Clock will roll.
Ball, we got it.
Zane Turner under center now. Quarterback keeper plunge up the middle, still on his feet. He's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Zane Turner, 5-yard touchdown run. His second of the game.
With that 5-yard run, Zane has 160 yards.
And 160 yards on the ground for Zane Turner. Makes it 28-20. Baxter Springs, but the Bulldogs made a fourth quarter surge. They go for 2 here. Let's cut the deficit to 6. Galena still with all 3 timeouts.
They do 2 points right here.
This is a big conversion here. Just could cut the deficit down to 6. Perry under center. Perry rolling right, chased by Weaver. He's going to be brought down. And 2-point conversion is no good. The Bulldogs score, cut it to a one-possession game. When we return, Lions get the ball up 28-20 with 4:14 to play. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the... That's 855-437-5367.
Hold on, stop. Yeah. Your sprinters on the field.
So, might be an onside kick here. Lions got their guys all lined up. Be more of a squib kick.
Goes to the 40.
And that looks like
Take over first again.
Gage Maggard that jumped on it. So the Lions will start their drive at their own 39-yard line. Galena gonna need another stop here. They were able to force a punt and then block the punt and end up scoring it to cut it to a one-possession game. It's all Baxter in the third quarter. Galena's kind of taking over the fourth quarter. They look to continue here. So Baxter Springs offense been good in the second half. Turn handoff to Weaver. Flag comes in. That's Hopkins. Doesn't put Neymar in there. Helping make the tackle. We'll wait and see what the penalty is.
I think Neymar gets off the bottom of the pile.
Looks like it might.
Face
mask on Galena.
It's the Bulldogs.
Brody.
So that hurts. It'll move the Lions forward. 4 minutes remaining. Galena with all 3 timeouts.
Around the club here. I know. Yep, wouldn't be surprised if Baxter Springs just runs the ball here.
Yeah, they won't want to waste clock. That's Weaver on the ground.
Also, they prove that the run is more hard with their legs.
But not before Weaver gets the first down and moves the chains. Now you got to lock down on defense. You know, Baxter Springs probably isn't scared to kick a field goal anywhere inside the 20 with the leg Grant has.
And if they kick the field goal, that's pretty much game.
Yeah.
With Galena only able to really go for 2.
Got to get a stop here. Can't allow any more first downs. Low snap. Keeper by Gaines. He makes a man miss.
He makes 1 miss.
Can't see who that was that ended up making the tackle. Looks like Jason Long is the one that brought him down. The low snap nearly fumbled, but Gaines 3 on the play. Hand off to Alexander, trying to get to the outside.
Brought down by
Endigon makes the tackle.
Michael Endigon.
Timeout called by Galena. It'll be a 3rd down and 4 when we return for the Bulldogs. 2:40 to play. Bulldogs trail by 8 late in the fourth quarter. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live. So welcome back here to Galena. We got a ball game. Bulldogs needing to stop here on third down. They just used their first timeout, so they have 2 remaining as it's going to be a 3rd down and 3.
Here. 12 again.
Might be.
We miscounted. All right.
So they blew the play dead. They were wanting to call too many men on the field. Gaines. Motions a guy around the back. Hand off to Alexander. Alexander dives forward. We'll see where they mark him. It's going to be a bit short. So it's 4th down. 4th down and about 1.5.
And on the stop.
Again, it really comes down to this play right here. Yep, Galena uses their second timeout, and they'll have 1 remaining. But yeah, you're right. It does come down to this. I mean, if Baxter Springs converts this, then Galena really can't do anything because Baxter can just knee it out almost. Either that or kick a field goal, and either way, it's game over. Yeah. And Galena has to save themselves a little bit of time also. So we'll see what Baxter Springs tries to do here. They've ran the ball most of this drive. See if they try and get creative and throw the ball.
One thing to note, though, if Galena does get the ball back and score the touchdown, it's either they're going to win the game or they're going to lose it because they have to score. Well, they could kick a field goal to tie it, but they don't kick the field goal, which is fair. You know, you don't want to risk it, your first field goal. And I don't even know if we have them last year, but they'd go for the 2-point.
Because they're down 8 right now, so they would have to get in the end zone and the 2-point conversion to continue.
To tie it. Oh, my gosh. It's a long game. My math is getting thrown off. Simple math.
It's been hot. It's all game. Not much of a breeze. But the game comes down to this. Bulldogs needing to stop. Gaines under center. Takes the snap. Quarterback showing. Who's going to have it?
He will have the first down.
First down Lions. So they continue the drive. Flag comes in. Flag was after the play.
He was one closest to him. Yep.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bulldogs.
Unsportsmanlike against the Bulldogs.
And that pretty much, that'll be added on to the play.
Yeah. Yeah. Haven't they learned they don't throw play? They got. I mean,
Hopkins will come off. 2:17 remaining. Ball looks like it's at the 8-yard line. It's hard to see from our view. But inside the 10-yard line, call it the 7.
That hurt. That first down hurt.
Gaines keeper off the right side. He cuts back.
Trying to get to the right side.
Not much there. He'll be swarmed. Zane Turner in on the tackle.
Several of the Bulldogs in there led by Zane Turner.
That clock. That'll be the final timeout taken by Galena.
Not on the field.
So a short pickup there. We'll step away. Bulldogs trailed by 8 with 2 minutes remaining. You're watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
So welcome back to the final 2:04 here from Galena and week 5 action. Bulldogs are going to need force some kind of turnover here.
2:04 remaining.
Gaines takes snap, handoff to Weaver up the middle. He's brought down on the play by Braden Buckaloo.
Braden Buckaloo will stop.
Looks like it'll be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Ball to 3. Here we go. At the 40. Make sure it's 47. No, that's no. That ain't good. Jim go. Now, right, come on. I'm going to here and take a timeout.
Wait.
So it looks like Baxter Springs is going to let the whole time clock go off before they take it. And then they're going to take a timeout. So I'll take 40 seconds off the clock.
And that will be
bull crap.
Galena can only, Galena's out of timeout, so they can't stop the clock again. So they'll call their first time out of the half. They'll have 2 remaining. 47 seconds remain in this one. Not looking like the Bulldogs are going to pick up the first win of the season here, as Baxter will snap the ball, and then there will be some more seconds run off. And if Galena gets it, it'll be with maybe 10 seconds, 10, 20 seconds. So it's been another nail biter for these Bulldogs. It was that 3rd quarter that killed them. And here in the 4th quarter, they made it close, made it competitive. But they're going to need a miracle at this point. They had that blocked punt. Their last blocked punt or field goal, I remember, was against Frontenac last year, where Dawson Mooney blocked the punt. And
they had 2
to seal the way
that
against Frontenac. It was
the nail biter of the game.
Yeah.
Won the game by 1 point with the blocked field goal to win it.
3rd down.
3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Weaver lined up to the left of Gaines. Gaines will take it. Quarterback keeper looking to go up the middle. That's Zane Turner making the tackle. And clock can pretty much roll out.
Good job by Zane Turner shooting
and end the game.
No, they have
to leave. They'll have to snap the ball with like 3 seconds on the clock.
Yep.
Game clock's at 23 right now.
Like about 3 yards to go.
So that pretty much seals this one. Make sure and stick around for the post-game show, where we'll recap the game, some stats, analysis, things like that. At the conclusion of this one, also get some scores around the area. Baxter Springs will call a timeout with 3 seconds remaining. And the fans are starting to feel it over on that sideline. We'll see if they decide to just kick it, because if they kick it, it's no good. The clock will expire. It's up to head coach Jeff McCoy over there on the opposing sideline. Lions look to improve to 4-1 here, and the Bulldogs will fall to 0-5. It's just been a rough season for these Bulldogs and a rough first year for first-year head coach Jacoby Martin. So it looks like they're just going to go for it. Might snap it and
wait 2 seconds. They're going to need.
Yep, and he'll go. Or hit 000. So the Bulldogs are on this on 28-20 here on homecoming night in Galena. They fall to 0-5. The Lions improved to 4-1. We'll recap it here when we return in 3 minutes on the postgame show. You've been watching Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Dad, you need to go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now?
Oh, man.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
All right. Welcome into the post-game show here. The Bulldogs dropped another nail-biter, 28-20. They trailed 28-8 entering the fourth quarter, came back, made it competitive there in the fourth quarter, and they just couldn't get that stop at the end of the game at the 4-minute mark. And ultimately, Baxter Springs was able to run out the clock, but a really good game. Even though it didn't go the Bulldogs' way, the season hasn't went the way the Bulldogs wanted it to, now 0-5. And a common theme has been penalties this season. We saw a lot of them this week. They cleaned it up last week, but this week, penalties was a big issue again. And you don't win a lot of games when you have 4 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties and you got offsides and holding.
A lot of chop blocks and holding.
Yeah.
There was a lot of those.
Yeah, and those are all 15-yarders. Those add up real quick. I mean, and especially when you're in third down and long and you give them a free first down. But there was some bright spots. I mean, Galena was able to get the run game going there in that fourth quarter. The first quarter and really the third quarter, it really wasn't there. But, I mean, the thing that hurt them was they were driving down the field when they got the ball at a half, and it just got halted by a penalty. And we've seen that multiple times because Galena's not a team that can just pick up 20 yards through the air. They heavily rely on that run, and it hurt them tonight. It hurts them when you get into those second down and third down and long because it's obvious pass situations most of the time, and teams are able to sit back on that. And so what were some of your thoughts on the game, Cole?
Well, Cooper, Galena, I think they came out of first half winning, and it really just came down to that second half. It seems to be pretty consistent against Quapaw. 0-0 going into half against Columbus. I think we were up, right? Again, going into half, and just every single, going into half, we just start to struggle. We're just not a second half team, and I don't know what they need to find to do different. I mean, we're into the fifth game now, right? Fifth, and it hasn't really fixed itself. I think run defense was definitely a struggle this game, and it's also been kind of a struggle all season. It's not that they're not getting to the quarterback and they're not getting to the running back. They're just not containing him. They're letting him get past him. They're trying to, if they hand it off to the running back, they're at the quarterback trying to make the sack at that point. And or when they get to the quarterback, they're letting him get past him easily because they're not just trying to contain against these run-heavy teams. Baxter Springs barely threw the ball this game, and they had no problems going against us. We didn't really change much in order to stop the run.
Yeah, they had that one big 85-yard touchdown by Grant that was really gave Baxter Springs a lot of momentum. But you're right. I mean, there's a lot of run, and they relied heavily on Gaines, Alexander, and Grant. I mean, all three of those guys had speed, and Gaines had some size, and he had speed that went with him, and that speed hurt Galena all night long, especially in those big situations.
Yeah, I just think that you just shouldn't allow a quarterback to have a low snap basically on the ground. He recovers it and still makes 10 yards.
Yeah, and the penalties were 12 of 120 yards for the night. That's a lot of yards to just give up free plays. Zane Turner led the rushing attack with 163 yards and 2 touchdowns. Caleb Burkhart had 73 yards and a touchdown. And then Jack Perry was 4-10 throwing for 22 yards. And Zane Turner was 1-3 passing for 13 yards. Turner had 4 receptions for 22 yards, and Coda Daniels with 1 reception for 13 yards. That's some of your stats. We'll step away one more time. When we come back, we'll start to wrap things up here on the postgame show on Galena Sports Live.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? Look no further than 4 States Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy in Galena, locally owned and rooted in our community. 4 States Pharmacy is the place to go for those needed vaccinations. Plus, check out their large selection of everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. Take advantage of their convenient drive-thru or local delivery with 4 States Smart Car. For seniors, 4 States Pharmacy offers free Medicare Part D consultations. 4 State Pharmacy, where your health and community come together in Galena. Check us out online at 4statespharmacy.com.
Save the Children believes childhood without food is unimaginable. Yet around the world, children are suffering from the worst famine in our lifetime, coupled with conflict, poverty, climate change, and more. Join Save the Children and get fed up. Fed up with the lack of progress. Fed up with the injustice. Learn how you can get involved in the fight against childhood hunger at savethechildren.org/getfedup.
I'm fed up. We're fed up. We're fed up.
So welcome back to the post-game show. Just wanted to remind you guys, stay up to date on all of our broadcasts at varsitysportslive.com. Full broadcast lineups, stories, and more are at varsitysportslive.com. Up to 10 broadcasts per night, live local sports in Southeast Kansas with Varsity Sports Live. So we continue the post-game show here. I'm going to talk about some stats from the defensive side of the ball. For Galena, big injury. Devin Hetty got hurt at half. Cole's going to talk a little bit on that, but Zane Turner had 9 tackles. Buckaloo had 5. Casey Hopkins had 5 tackles, but also had that big blocked punt that could have been crucial at the end of the game. And then Coda Daniels with 7 tackles. He was stepping up on defense. But, Cole, how big of a factor was it that Devin Hetty was unavailable for the Bulldogs in the second half?
Yeah, I really didn't hit on it much during the game because I didn't want to. I wasn't sure if he's come back in, and at the end he kind of came out and he didn't have his pads on. But it played a huge factor in not being in the game, especially there's on the run defense. There was a lot of holes just left wide open with him not in there, and a lot of goal line stops that could have been made if he was there. He plays a huge factor. You don't realize it until he's gone.
Yeah.
You don't think about those things, but him not being there was definitely a huge factor to the
to the defensive line. There was a lot of gaping holes. I mean, there wasn't much room for Gaines to scramble in that first half. Second half, completely different situation. I mean, he was getting big chunk yards, so that certainly hurt them. But one player can't make or break the game. So when it's football, one man goes down, next man up. But it's just a tough break. Injuries have hurt the Bulldogs this season, and then some costly penalties. It's just a what-if situation, and now 2 weeks, 2 one-possession games in a row that they've dropped, and
it doesn't
going to be back at it next week against Parsons. In Parsons, a good Parsons team is going to be a tough task, and Bulldogs got to have a good practice week to get ready for these Parsons Vikings.
It doesn't help. There's not a lot of depth in these small schools, so you don't have a lot of players to come in and replace people like Devin Hetty. You just have young players who aren't as big, and that plays a huge factor when it comes to the defensive and offensive line. But
yeah, it does. So I think we're going to put a cap on it there. So Bulldogs drop it, fall to 0-5. They lose 28-20. Move on to next week where they'll take on the Parsons Vikings. You can catch pregame at 6:40 and kickoff at 7 o'clock here on Galena Sports Live. For myself saying so long and Cole Grand, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.